Hello there, it's Ayozie. I thought I would try something different today. I thought I'd record a voiceover while sharing an art journal page that I did recently. In fact, I did it yesterday. And lately, I've been, I think for the month of March, I'm really wanting to get better at drawing portraits. And with the last challenge I did with the flowers, I discovered that I love using an ink dip pen to draw with rather than pencil because with pencil I tend to be super perfectionist and keep rubbing out and trying again, whereas with this process the mark I make on paper is the one that is the one. And that's really been a good lesson in acceptance and being just willing to grow without it being perfect. So I'm just drawing a face using a reference of a lady from I found on Pinterest, and yeah, just choosing really simple lines to try to portray her face. And then I drew that on watercolor paper, and then I thought it would be nice to stick that in my journal. So here I'm using some gel matte medium to stick that onto the page and to embed it onto the page, and it dries really clear and really matte, so it's quite easy to paint over, and it seals the image onto the page. So then I'm painting a background using some purples and blues and some metallic purple, and just trying not to overthink things and just keep things free, um, and painting in the background. Yeah, so for the background, I'm using acrylic paints, and then for the face, I'm using watercolor. I just find that a little easier to work with and to change, because I'm not hugely confident with shading in a face, and also at this point, I wasn't looking at the reference photo anymore, so I'm just trying to guess where the shadows are and all that sort of thing. But as I say, it's just keeping it simple and free, and it's for me this process is more about the enjoyment of it rather than with getting things right. um, and so I suppose in that sense I'm a recovering perfectionist. um, and yes, with these faces, and this is the third one I've painted, so maybe at the end of the video I'll share some photos of the other two. Well, I'll put photos of all three actually. And I've been thinking a lot about the strength that's innate in every woman, and just, celebrating how resilient we are, um, and how beauty radiates from within. And I'm also been thinking about adornment. So the women I'm painting have like wonderfully elaborate hairstyles, which is something that I've been exploring in my own life, just playing with different hairstyles, and it's just wonderful. I'm really enjoying it, and just sort of celebrating our outward adornment as well as what's happening in the heart. I think both are are wonderful and important, and that's something that I've been thinking about lately, and in myself actually being braver with an expression of my own creativity and my own um, fashion sense or whatever. So that's been fun. And so yeah, I'm just painting in. So I'm back to using acrylics now. So I'm painting in some of her clothing and just really um, enjoying how an image that I've stuck down onto the page seems to belong there so well. And with this process, I've been exploring the different ways that you can do that, like with paint, with mark making. Um, yeah, it's been a really lovely discovery actually, to do that, to draw something and then stick it on and then make it part of a new page. I really am enjoying that. And yes, I'm just using the other end of my brush to make some marks with the paint, to make some dots with the yellow paint. I think that paint is called, yeah, just yellow paint. It's got quite a lot of white in it. And then I'm painting in her jewellery with some green. And I found a peacock feather that I'd obviously been doing something with in the past. I'd attached some fabric and ribbon to it, and I wanted to incorporate that into this page, and there it is, yes. And so the colours in the peacock feather were informing the colour choices for this page, and I really love the colours in a peacock feather. It's just one of my favourite things. I just love those colours so much, and the vibrancy of them, and yeah, it's just wonderful, isn't it? Look at that. And so I was trying to bring out some of those colours in the page, and then I'm using a green pastel just to put some more bright green onto the page. So that's pretty much it. I later go on to staple the peacock feather onto the page. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and just oh yeah, that's some yellow pastel now as well. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this and just having. It's been nice to come on here and have a little chat really about the things I'm thinking about and the inspiration for the pages. I may post a few more of these faces on here if that's something you'd be interested in. And until next time, thank you so much and lots of love. Bye bye.